Hey, how we doing, everybody? It is I, your fearless leader for this very short half term. Well, very short. It's March to May. Mr. Volpe, that is who I am, coming to you from St. Augustine, Florida. So, as you know by now, taking an online class. This is remote learning. I am not in Georgia. I'm in Florida, but I used to live just a little bit of background about myself in the Atlanta area, in Kennesaw, in fact. And I used to work at GNTC at the Whitfield Murray Dalton campus. And ever since, after having moved to St. Augustine in the summer of 2016, I've been kept on with the college as an online only instructor. So I'm happy to have you all for this 9 weeks, which is essentially what would be a quarter in a full 4-quarter school year. A little bit more about me. I'm teaching another GNTC course that began in January, so a full semester class, online, of course. And then here in Jacksonville, a little outside of where I live, I teach middle school in person. And I'm also in school. I'm taking a couple of semesters for educator certification as well. So I'm a busy bee. You are a busy bee, no doubt. That's why probably you elected to take an online course. Maybe some lingering COVID precautions factor into that too. But being an online learner, there are some things to keep in mind, one of which, the most important of which, is you have to be kind of intrinsically motivated. Like, you have to find it within yourself to do the week's work. I'm not hovering over you at a desk in a classroom, wagging my finger, telling you you must do your work. You all are adults or close enough to it. So you have to be self-motivated to do the week's work. Every week, I come to you like I am now with a video. The video is complemented with an announcement at the beginning of each week. So you will see the welcome week 1 announcement this week, which basically gives you the highlights, the outline version of the video. Sometimes in the videos, I might tell you a little bit more than what is on the announcement script. So it's a good idea. If you have to do one thing, of course, read the announcement and all the details there. It tells you what we're doing that week. But really, you want to watch these videos too. And you guys can look in the announcement. I have the video plugged in to each week's announcement. You'll notice I don't do a bunch of graphics or doodads or anything like that. These are just very short and sweet. It's meant to be a little 10 to 15 minute companion piece to the announcements. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you may do that. That is going to be in our lessons tab. You will see the video archive folder. I used to upload all these videos in that folder. I stopped doing that because it's tedious and frankly unnecessary. Because I've given you the link there, you guys can just subscribe to my channel, which is titled Mr. Volpe's Lecture Videos, and then you'll just get updated as I post them to YouTube. So let's talk a little bit about how the course is run. Of course, as we said, it's a 9-week course roughly, okay? I would look at my syllabus in the Lessons tab. It's the very top there, the first attachment. See how the assignments are weighted. We have basically a few domains here. Class homework, that's the day in, day out, week in, week out, readings, responses, stuff like that. These are going to come in the form of discussion questions that you do independently. Also, interactive discussion forum, discussion boards where you post a post and you interact with your classmates. Journals as well, which are more reflective. and ask you to focus on one of the rhetorical modes we are learning about. And then blogs. Those are going to be bonus, though. Blogs are a little more casual, sort of in that reflection vein, like the journals too. But each blog you participate in, and I'll announce when the blog is posted, these will accrue to bonus points for your final essay, which is a research essay at the end of the term. So, course materials, everything is in the Blackboard shell, okay? So we are 1101 Comp Ret 44503. You could find everything in our Lessons tab. You see I break things down week to week in what are called shells, basically modules if you want to think of it that way. You'll see Shell 1, weeks 1 through 2. That is where we're beginning. Open up the folder. You see week 1. Open up that folder. You will see 3 things. These 3 assignments are due by Sunday, March 7th. Okay. One of which, and you guys, if you've taken GNTC courses, you should know by now, is called a no-show assignment. Basically, this is just kind of like a warm-up assignment to make sure that you all are enrolled, engaged in the course, okay? If you don't complete the no-show assignment, or it's not evident that you guys are in the class and active in the class in the first week or so, I have to issue you what is called a no-show, which tells the registrar that, you know, while you enrolled in the course, you're effectively not in the course because you haven't done anything in the first week, and then that affects your tuition and, you know, whatever financial aid you might have. So it really behooves you. I mean, you must do the no-show assignment. 2 reasons why. Of course, it tells me that you're in the course and active, and I can mark you as present, but it's also a class homework grade, okay? Class homework is kind of the, like I had said earlier, the week in, week out. You could see the percentages for class homework, our essays, and our final research essay, the percentages, the weight to your final course grade. Please review the syllabus for that. Basically, we're going to be working out of 2 main tabs, 2 main online electronic textbooks that are already built into your Blackboard course. And you'll see them in your syllabus listed there in the course texts area. One is under the textbook on the left-hand side of your Blackboard page. That is called Successful College Composition, okay? And we are going to be working primarily out of Chapter 3. Those are our modes of discourse, our essay types that we're going to be looking at. And our types are narrative writing, descriptive writing, argumentative persuasive writing, and research writing, okay? And these are all in Chapter 3 except for research writing, which is in Chapter 4. That is where we will end the class. But Chapter 3, modes of discourse, we're starting out with narrative writing, okay? So we have some exercises this week, in fact, for our narrative section. So this is all in the run-up to making our own narrative essay. That's going to be due not this week, but the following week, if you want to kind of start thinking about it. Your paper topic is going to be a particularly life-changing moment, okay? So a narrative is a story. These are personal narratives, so a story about you, okay? And because our essays, by and large, are only going to be 2 to 3 pages max, 12-point Times New Roman, double-spaced, you're not going to have enough space to write your entire life story. Okay, so you want to compress it to a single big life moment so that you can really, you know, focus all your energy unpacking that. Okay, we can't have you talking about your birth date to today, because that's the stuff of an autobiography, right? That could be hundreds, if not thousands of pages. So we really need to rein it in and just think about one really big life moment. We'll start kind of teasing that around in your head in the next week or so. But for this week, you'll go ahead into SCC, Successful College Composition, the textbook, okay? You'll click on Chapter 3. Read the introduction there to Chapter 3. It tells you all about the modes of discourse there. our main types, go to Start Lesson, and 3.1 is Narration, okay? You see there exercises 1 and 2 and 3, okay? What I ask you all to do this week, you could do the first exercise on your own, but I'm not asking for that, okay? You could do that on your own, but what I want you to do is the second and the third exercise, okay? And you will see this on your announcement this week, okay? So this is item number 2. Complete the no-show, or item number 3, I should say. Complete the no-show assignment. The discussion board we'll talk about too. The SCC exercises, and then the reading, which we will talk about in a moment, okay? So let's go to our Lessons tab and back to the Shell 1 Week 1, where all of your assignments for this week will be. You'll see the discussion board first, and the SCC is exercises 2 and 3, okay? Basically kind of getting you geared up to start writing a narrative, these exercises. And in fact, you could use the work that you do in the exercises for the SCC 3.1. You could use what you are doing this week for your narrative essay, okay? So in fact, this week very well could be you doing the preliminary steps of writing your essay, okay? That's the good thing about doing these exercises, okay? So that is due on the 7th. Also due on the 7th, and I'm working from bottom to top here in Week 1 folder. You also have a couple of readings in our reader, okay? So again, on the left-hand side, you see the textbook, that's SCC. Our other main textbook is the 1101 reader, which is a little towards the bottom on the tab section to the left. The reader there, and you will look for the George Orwell Shooting an Elephant. That is the name of the selection, Shooting an Elephant, the author George Orwell. And then My Mother Never Worked by Bonnie Smith Yackle. Okay, so 2 narrative selections this week. And I provided you just a couple of discussion questions that you do on your own and submit in the assignment Dropbox. Okay, you could just download the document and make your write your responses underneath each. Okay, and then finally, as we started out talking about the no-show assignment. Okay, I've given you guys a link to an article by a writer I really like, Matt Taibbi. He writes for Rolling Stone, and recently he's been talking about the effects of cancel culture, okay? About, beware saying the wrong thing, especially folks out there who might consider themselves to be woke or uber progressive or something like that. And if that is you, I don't mean to offend your political sensibilities, but there's definitely an argument out there that if you are running afoul of the what we might call the PC police, let's say, you could be canceled. Take, for example, Gina Carano from The Mandalorian, a show that I used to love, but ever since Carano has been sacked, I'm not watching the show anymore. I'm just voting with my dollar there. So this is Matt Taibbi talking about cancel culture. I want you to read his article, tell me what his thesis is, his supporting details are, and then finally, do you agree or disagree with his point, okay? To get full credit on the assignment, you have to give your response, but you also have to respond to another classmate in the class, okay? So again, 3 assignments this week: the no-show, the readers, okay, the reader selections, George Orwell, Bonnie Smith Yackle, and then finally the SCC exercises on narrative writing. I'm going to keep it right there, guys, so that I keep it under my 15-minute time. If you have any questions, please email me throughout the week. I'll do my best to have a speedy turnaround and address your queries. I'm here to help. Mr. Volpe here. Looking forward to a good term with you all. It's nice to meet you. And I'll see you again with another one of these next week. Peace.